Let me tell you a story. The story of a company. Starting small, it has grown tall. Opening technology tool. With perseverance and guidance. With a vision in motion. A spirit of disruption. And a lot of passion. Its goal is in action. Innovation for freedom. These words for us are not empty. They shape our reality. With a touch of madness, what is strive for is progress. Our cloud is trustworthy. Your cost control is key. Because the word is both changing and challenging. We keep accelerating, inventing, with a vibrant commitment to always be different, transparent, confident, to stand out, break the rules, move forward, up to where? Innovation for freedom. Well, there's always a next chapter. We are writing it together. This is the responsibility of our grand community to make that even safer, to make the world even better, to act for the planet, for society, and impact them positively. Along the way we move fast, we hear the last. We keep learning, we keep listening, we keep trusting. It's essential. This is how we empower people. Our cloud is smiling open, unique and legend. The sky is the limit. Innovation for freedom. We stand proud, we stand loud. We are OVH Cloud.
Thank you, the band. What an entry. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our OVH Cloud EcoX on stage. How wonderful it is to see you all gathered in this beautiful, historical, majestic concert hall, Olympia, in the heart of Paris. I'm Sandy Herbert, and you might recognize me from last year's edition. I'm an international journalist, and it's a pleasure for me to be with you and to be your host again for this 2022's edition. Thank you very much for being all gathered here, but also online from around the world, from around 140 countries. So maybe good morning or good evening to those who are online with us. I take this opportunity also to thank our sponsors. So thank you very much to Sopra Steria, VMware, AMD, NetApp, and Samsung. During the next 2 hours, we will hear from inspirational people about, of course, important topics that matters: environment, carbon footprint, digital sovereignty, with many surprises too, like this one, this incredible band. They will be with us for the rest of the next 2 hours. So maybe a round of applause for the band again. Thank you, guys. But many surprises too, and of course I don't want to spoil anything at this stage. We hope that you will enjoy what you're going to be hearing and seeing, so don't hesitate to share everything on social network with the hashtag EcoX22. It's here on the right-hand corner of your screen. So don't hesitate, take your phone out, put them on mute and on plane mode, of course, but also share everything happening on this evening. Now, to officially open this 2022's edition, please help me to welcome your OVH Cloud CEO, Michel Paulin.
Wow. Okay. Dear clients, partners, friends, welcome to this special edition of EcoX in l'Olympia. Can you believe it? We're so happy to welcome you in this prestigious venue. It has been a long time since we've never met with you, and we're so happy to have you there. Hello also to those of you who are joining virtually from all around the world. Tonight, we are going to talk about the OVH cloud development and to look into the future of the cloud while having some good vibes with music. Because thanks to Octave, our founder, I don't know, we have a special relationship with music. Music will be the theme of this evening, and I hope you will enjoy it. OVH Cloud is the European cloud leader, and we are growing fast, very fast, thanks to you. First, a few facts. We are honored to have 1.6 million customers today, 140 countries. We propose a complete solutions in our private and public environment. Recently, we entered the PaaS market. And now we have more than 60 PaaS solutions, platform as a service solutions available in our product portfolio. We cover 4 continents with our 33 data centers. In 2022, we grew by 18.8%, reaching an EBITDA of 39%, which allow us to continue to invest, to recruit, to innovate. And if you may, I'd like to highlight other facts. In Asia, we grew by 45%. And I want to thank an Australian customer, Shockbite. They are somewhere in the room, and they made the trip from Australia. Thank you very much to them. In the US, we grew by 79%, year over year. It's our second largest country after France. And so we will continue to invest massively in sales, marketing, and local support. And of course, in our data centers. We will open 15 new data centers in the next 2 years. In Toronto, in Canada, in Asia, in India, and also we'll expand in Europe. The cloud market is a very big market, and it grows very fast, and it will do for a long time. Why? Because it helps you to challenge and to solve some of your key challenges. How to manage innovation and skill sets, how to address new use cases, how to be able to develop new applications faster, how to modernize your IT infrastructure and your legacy systems, and of course, how to reduce your cost. So in this context, why should you choose OVH Cloud? Because we are a real alternative to hyperscalers. We propose innovative solutions based on our values of trust, data sovereignty, and data privacy, with a strong commitment to preserve resources for our future generations. Also a price-performance leader by design, to serve to control your cost, with a strong commitment to have predictable and transparent and simple pricing. As we are open, reversible, and we have the best price, it's a no-brainer to select OVH Cloud as one vendor in multi-cloud strategy. Looking in the future, we are working on the next generation of the cloud, which will be based on 4 pillars. Innovation, of course, ecosystem, trust and sovereignty, and, of course, sustainability. Let's zoom in on each of them. First, innovation. As you know, our signature is innovation for freedom. That means a lot for us. We want to fuel your growth with innovation. We will continue to innovate on all fronts to provide you with the best and most competitive solutions, performing solutions. Next year, we will continue what we have done this year to roll out many new solutions and products. But I want to pick a few of them for next year. The first one is about security features that we'll add to our security solutions in IAM and KMS. Also, extending our object and block storage solutions to be able to manage the whole large volume of data required by artificial intelligence and machine learning applications. We will release new, highly secured virtualization platforms on VMware and Nutanix. Containerization for public cloud and for private cloud, with Tanzu for the private cloud. And also a new high-performance server range and bare metal instances by 2023. And as always, we will give you the best pricing for all this innovation. Beyond 2023, we will also developing the midterm solutions. And Octave, a little bit later, will talk about this initiative and his vision on the cloud. The second is the ecosystem. Ecosystem is our DNA. It's really our DNA. We have ecosystem everywhere in sales, marketing, and of course R&D, with a very strong commitment with open source. We have 5 strategic partnership programs. And the slogan of these programs is, your success is our success. Let's start with the first one. Partners program, dedicated for system integrators and managed services providers. 3 years ago, we started this program, and now we have more than 1,100 active partners, close to 500 outside of France. We have global big names, such as Soprasteria, Capgemini, but also Accenture, Bechler, Inetum. But we have so many other ones, sectorial, specialized, regional. This year, we will open this partnership program in the US, and we'll enhance our certification and triggering programs. Second, technology. Thanks to our 900, and some of them are here, 900 hardware and software developers, we develop majoritively internal solutions. But we want to have partnership with strong partners to give you the opportunity to have the cutting-edge innovations. And we have some strategic partners, such as Samsung, AMD, VMware, and also NetApp, Vim, Platform SH, MongoDB, Hyven, many of them. Very strong tech relationships to propose you cutting-edge innovations. The third, startup. We are honored today to have 2,900 startups in our program. The ambition of the program is to help the startups to use more efficiently the cloud technology, to help them to expand, to grow, to fuel their growth. Your success is our success. We are going to expand this year startup program in the US. The first one is software editors. We have today 600 software editors in our ecosystem in Europe, covering all domains. We offer them a complete offering to manage their application on-prem, to move to a new model of SaaS, and also to develop with serverless and containerization program. We have launched also a label, Open Trusted Cloud, with guarantees the compliance with all the European regulations to help you to boost and grow grow for. Today, your success is our success. The last one is about tech, labs, universities, and research. We work with schools, universities, to foster innovation. And some of our French research colleagues are in this room. I thank them. From EPITA, Epitech, École Polytechnique, EXI, INRIA, INSA. But also we have abroad many partnerships, and I want to pick two of them. The first one is with Peachtree Corner in Atlanta in the US, and also the partnership we have with the famous artificial intelligence Mila in Montreal in Quebec. These 5 partnerships, programs will remain a key strategic priority for OVH Cloud. Third, trust and sovereignty. Nobody can ask what we can do on terms of trust and sovereignty. We are the absolute champion on this topic. Data is at the heart of our personal and professional lives. But also, data has a huge value. And now, in this very complex world, we see that the data has also strategic, geopolitical, and even ethical dimension. Data is as important as agriculture, energy, and sustainability. Our definition of sovereignty is pretty simple. Freedom to choose. We want you to give you the freedom of choice. The cloud should never become a prison. The cloud should stay open, reversible, interoperable, and transparent. And this is our commitment to provide you such solutions. Because OVH Cloud has unique differentiating points that none of them have. We don't touch your data. They are yours. We have no conflict of interest with our customers, with you. When you select a data center to store or compute your data, it's with a full compliance with the local regulations, because we are totally immune to any type of extraterritorial laws. Technically and legally, we have the highest standard of security and certifications. We are the only one to have all of them. Secnum Cloud and HDS in France, C5 in Germany, G-Cloud in the UK, Agid in Italy, and many others in Europe. But also we have been recognized in Quebec as a trusted cloud. So at OVH Cloud, we are the absolute champion in terms of trust and in terms of sovereignty. Last but not least, sustainability. We have an important role to play today in sustainability, because cloud computing today is a very big contributor to the carbon emission, bigger than the commercial flights. So we have to change our habits to be more digitally frugal. However, where others see only problems, we look for solutions. Since 2002, OVH Cloud has always led the way to reduce carbon, water, and energy usage. And nowadays, 20 years ago, we are still the leader in sustainable cloud. Starting with energy, we use 30 to 50% less energy than the average of our peers. And 77% of this energy is issued from low-carbon sources. Water, we use 5 to 10 times less water than our peers, thanks to the water cooling system, which is a disruptive and visionary innovation. We have 0 air conditioning in our server rooms. Carbon. The construction of the server accounts for 78% of the carbon footprint. And at OVH Cloud, we have a unique vertically integrated industrial model, which enables us to expand the lifestyle and also to reuse the components. By reusing these components, we substantially reduce our carbon footprint. Moreover, we disclose our KPIs on the full scope, 1, 2, and the famous scope 3. We are fully transparent on that. But this is just the beginning. We will introduce new innovations such as immersion cooling to even reduce water and energy usage. Capturing and extracting the hot water coming from the cooling system. We will also introduce a calculator to give you the visibility real-time of the carbon, electricity, and water usage to help you to optimize your own IT infrastructure. We have 4 commitments on sustainability. 100% low carbon energy by 2025. Zero waste to landfill by 2025. Carbon neutral on our operations, including the production by 2025. And carbon net zero on the full scope, 1, 2, 3, by 2030. It will be clearly a very challenging journey, but we are committed to get there. To conclude, one thing is very clear. OVH Cloud will continue to grow with you, thanks to you. By being price leader with a complete portfolio of solutions, by developing our ecosystem, and thank you for coming, to guarantee open, reversible, transparent, and interoperable cloud. By being pioneering in zero compromise on data sovereignty, data privacy, and really technology autonomy. And by reducing our carbon footprint and supporting your own sustainability journey. You have to know that we trust you, and really we want to thank you for your trust. Thanks to you, we have grown fast. We have invested, we have recruited, we have innovated. And I want you to know that all the teams are fully dedicated and engaged to continue this journey with you. This is really our commitment to continue to produce the most innovative solutions completely based on our values of openness. And clearly, all together, ça va déchirer.
Michel, Paulin, everyone, thank you so much, Michel. Listen, stay with me, because ça va déchirer, of course, in English is it's gonna rock. I think what could rock is a selfie of you and I on the stage of Olympia. Shall we do that? With everyone behind, look. Do you want to stand up, everyone?
Oh my
Shall
God.
we do it together? And then we'll share on social media with the EcoX22. Come on, stand up. Can you hold me there?
Yeah,
Thank you
of
so
course.
much. You ready?
Yeah.
We're going to share on social network. Wait, 1, 2, 3, EcoX! Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put this on social media. Thank you very much. See you for the conclusion. Thank you, everyone. Continue to share on social media with the EcoX 2022 hashtag. Before we move on, we received a very special message this afternoon, and we wanted to show it to you. It's a message from the French Minister of Digital Transition and Telecommunication, Jean-Noël Barrot. We hear from him, and we'll be back just after this.
Hello everyone, dear Michel, dear Octave, dear friends of the French and European cloud ecosystem. I am not going to play rock music on stage, but I wanted to send you a message. Thank you very much for the fruitful talks you've had, and be sure that I would have liked to attend the event with you today in this iconic venue. I'm happy to talk to you after the announcement made in Strasbourg back in September with Bruno Le Maire, when we shared one more time our ambition to support innovative and competitive French digital players. Innovation, sustainability, sovereignty, and ecosystem, these are the 4 values embodied by OVH Cloud and its ecosystem, and also at the core of our strategy. Innovation, because under the impetus of President Macron, the government is going to invest more than 3 billion euros in the development of disruptive digital technologies. Through our plan France 2030 for the cloud only, we are going to dedicate 667 million euros to support future successes. Then, sustainability. Since July 2022, we've launched, with the Prime Minister, a major project of energy sobriety and now of ecological planning to meet the major climate challenges we are facing. Sovereignty, because in recent years, and thanks to Bruno Le Maire's determination and energy, mentalities evolved, and today, digital sovereignty occupies a major place in the French and European political agenda. To finish, ecosystem. Indeed, efforts to promote sovereignty and innovation must involve commitment and mobilization from all the members of this ecosystem. They have the talent, the R&D expertise, abilities in innovation and investment capacity to build, develop, and use a trusted, sovereign, and responsible cloud offer. It is not too late to regain our independence and build alternatives for European digital service users. OVH Cloud earned the trust of thousands of customers around the world, and today's event demonstrates that this ecosystem is alive and growing in France and internationally. More especially, I'm thinking of all the partners here today, like Clever Cloud, JamesSpot, Shadow, Atempo, Soprasteria, Capgemini, or Accenture. But I also think of all customers, both public and private, such as EDF, l'Inagora, the Regional Council of Île-de-France, the DINUM, Arianespace or Serco, a world leader in data management. Of course, I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate OVH Cloud for its performances and achievements lately, with solid financial results, more than 300 new recruitments this year, and a constant effort in innovation with more than 81 cloud services available today and a number of PaaS solutions that has doubled this year. OVH Cloud is a key player in the European cloud. With more than 30 customers now using its Secnum Cloud offer, OVH Cloud is proving the success of this certification. Our common efforts are paying off and show how our future is set to be dynamic. For all of this, congratulations and bravo to OVH Cloud and to everyone that contributes to this collective success. I wish you all an excellent concert, and Octave, congratulations for that too. I wish everyone great successes for the years to come. Long live the French cloud. Thank you everyone. Enjoy your night.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. A cloud that is fair, responsible, and resilient will require a lot of creativity because we'll have to do better with less. So that's why, for inspirational keynote, we invited a speaker to talk about frugal innovation. Our special guest is a global top 50 management thinker. He's an innovation and leadership advisor, best-selling author. We're very pleased to have him with us tonight. Please, a warm round of applause for Navi Radjou.
During COVID, we all experienced great despair, but we also witnessed amazing resilience and ingenuity. In Italy, Dr. Renato Favero teamed up with the designer Christian Fracassi to use 3D printing to adapt Decathlon's scuba diving mask into ventilators, saving many COVID patients' lives. And end of March 2020, President Macron visited the factory of Call Me Open, the largest producer of masks in France, to congratulate them for doubling their production in record time. This was possible because Call Me Open asked itself a bold question: what if we can borrow employees from other companies? Indeed, they borrowed supply chain experts from the trucks manufacturer, Scania, and used the expertise to rapidly scale up the production of masks, saving thousands of people's lives. These two examples illustrate the power of a frugal mindset. Rather than worry about the lack of resources, a frugal mindset enables you to identify and make the most of resources you already have. This frugal mindset is key to fight climate change and sustain our growth. For instance, rather than worry about water scarcity, what if we can transform air humidity into water? WaterGen is a startup in Israel that absorbs air humidity, purifies it to produce drinkable water, which can be a boon for both developing countries, but also rich areas like Silicon Valley that face water scarcity. Likewise, if you don't electricity, why not use something abundant like ambient light and transform it into clean energy? Dracula Technologies is a startup that has developed a breakthrough technology that prints tiny photovoltaic cells that generate clean energy from ambient light, even in dark places, hence the name Dracula. This technology can be used to power indoor devices, but also be embedded in your everyday objects, like your carry-on bag, so you can charge your phone on the go. Furthermore, rather than invest in fancy, new, expensive technologies, what if companies learn to extract more value from existing technologies and data? AlgoSurge is an Indian startup that uses AI to automatically and rapidly convert 2D X-ray images into 3D models, hence saving hospitals the need to buy expensive scanners and MRI machines. To systematically apply this frugal mindset in your organization, you need a frugal innovation strategy which helps you do better with less. A frugal innovation is a disruptive strategy that helps you create more economic and social and ecological value while saving on valuable resources like capital, energy, water, and time. In our book, Frugal Innovation, we identified 6 principles you can use to do better with less. Let me share 2 of them. The first principle is to flex your resources and maximize the value by sharing them. Flow2 is a B2B sharing platform that enables hospitals in Europe and Canada to share their idle medical devices. It also helps construction companies to share the underused equipment. Zoometry is a cloud-based sharing platform that helps big companies rent manufacturing capacity on demand from thousands of highly specialized machine shops, keeping them fully utilized and preserving jobs in the territories. Now, what about sharing employees like Call Me Open? This is exploding, actually, around the world, especially since COVID. In the UK, in the East Anglia region, home of Cambridge University, they have set up this talent sharing platform which enables local technology companies to share employees temporarily. And you can go one step further and even share your intellectual property, like Levi's, which open-sourced its technologies to produce clothes with much less water. This will help the whole apparel sector increase its sustainable performance. As explained in a report published by the think tank Terra Nova, if companies were to share their physical and intangible assets, they can unleash $3 trillion in economic value and save the planet. Now, let's look at the second principle. Rather than scaling up vertically by centralizing your operations, to be agile, you need to scale out horizontally your business with smaller production and distribution units that can create value locally. Take Affiran, a biotech company that is pioneering a circular bioeconomy. Its factory recycles agricultural waste into high-value biomolecule for uses in 5 to 7 industries. What's amazing is that its clients and suppliers are all located within a 250-kilometer radius from its factory. This is frugal manufacturing. You can also scale out services like Nickel. Nickel is a French startup that is totally disrupting banking in Europe. Nickel doesn't have branches. Rather, they leverage a nationwide network of 5,500 neighborhood stores where you can walk in and activate in 5 minutes their service, and you can do all the banking transactions online for a flat fee of just 20 euros a year. By scaling out the operations, Nickel has signed up over 2.5 million customers just in France and now is expanding across Europe. Like Nickel did, I suggest that you combine your digital tools and physical assets to co-create local impact in your markets. In summary, to thrive in these unpredictable times, I invite you to dare think like children. Why not? Be creative and do things differently. Embrace frugal innovation to do better with less. Use your ingenuity to create more economic and social and ecological value while minimizing valuable resources. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Navi, Radjou, everyone. Thank you. A true inspiration to see, of course, all these examples and a true call to action for all of us. Now, we've just heard how some of the best performing innovations run on very limited resources. A perfect transitions to our next big topic, sustainability. But before this, a little musical break.
Tracing our steps to the start, we lay the foundation. What we've been through says it all. Now we leave far apart. We kept the connection. We're unbreakable. Moments with you. You had my back, I had yours too. I always knew that the smaller things count more than the big ones do. Dancing there, how long? It's been what we made of. It's like yesterday. Friendship is so patchy. Nothing will come between us. We are here to stay. Far but close, like sisters and brothers. All of us, we're loyal to each other. Always till the end. I'm there for you, my friend. Can you hear me? All of you. I need you, my friend.
Thank you very much, the band. Well, as Michel mentioned earlier, the impact of digital, of course, on the environment is very significant and increasing, of course, day by day. Before we look at how companies and the IT providers can improve their climate actions. Let's hear from someone who has the power and the duty to motivate, regulate, and enforce such improvements. Please welcome our next guest on stage, the Director of Economic, Market and Digital Affairs at ARCEP, the French Regulatory Authority, Anne-Yves Billon.
Hello, Anne.
Welcome on stage.
Thank you.
The floor is yours for a few minutes.
Wow. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Thank you for having me. I've never thought I would give a speech on the stage of the Olympia one day. As an economist, it's not so obvious. So my name is Anne-Yves Billon. I'm representing ARCEP, which is the French telecom regulator. We were created a long time ago in 1997, and our original duty was to enable new operators to emerge alongside the incumbent telecom operator, and then now to ensure a fair and effective competition between telecommunication operators. So ARCEP is a neutral, independent and expert arbitrator, an architect and guardian of the communication networks in France, sometimes called the telecom watchdog. But our duties have been extended recently so that we have opened a new era, a new chapter in the regulation of electronic communication or of the digital sector more broadly. And this new chapter consists in contributing to achieve digital sustainability by providing our expertise on the measurement of the environmental footprint of the digital sector. So our ambition is to measure the environmental footprint of the sector, to inform public authorities and allow the implementation of appropriate measures, to provide incentives to economic actors to behave virtuously, and to empower consumers or users to make informed choice. To do that, we need to build relevant indicators which are methodologically robust, and for that we need data. So this is what we call a data-driven approach to regulation, but here to sustainability. And it happens that thanks to a law adopted in 2021, we received the power to collect environmental data from not only the telecommunication operators, but also from data centers, terminal manufacturers, network equipment manufacturers, but also operating systems suppliers and online public communication service providers. But because terminals account for 80% of the carbon footprint of the digital sector in France and data centers for 15%, we decided to have a future data collection that will address these stakeholders, in addition to telecommunication operators, of course. So that's why we've launched a public consultation this year on a data collection project addressed to terminal manufacturers, data centers, as well as telecommunication operators. So our project, which was submitted for public consultation, so the decision is not yet taken, the project is to collect data from data centers with a turnover of more than 10 million euros in France. And to give you an example, because again, the decision is not taken yet, so it's still a project right now, and it was publicly provided, and you were consulted on that. So the data we intend to collect from data centers are, for example, the surface dedicated to computer equipment, the electrical power of computer equipment, the energy consumption of data centers, or the volume of incoming water, and some, for instance, qualitative information on the origin of water. So these are, in a way, raw materials, raw data. The idea is hopefully to be able to calculate and publish indicators reporting the environmental impact of stakeholders on environment with a clear and constant methodology. So our objective is to publish the data collection decision by the beginning of next year, to collect during the first quarter of 2023, and be able to publish annual surveys. So this is obviously an ambitious goal, and to our knowledge, the French regulator is the first to be involved in such a project, although it is shared at the European level, because the body of European regulators has just created a working group called Sustainability to tackle the issue of the environmental impact of the digital sector. So our goal is ambitious. It requires efforts to collect data, but also to provide data for those of you who will have to. Efforts to calculate relevant indicators from robust and shared methodologies, something we can only do with the cooperation of data providers, but also with an ongoing dialogue with stakeholders to improve our knowledge and improve the methodology. So an ambitious goal, but it is absolutely necessary given what is at stake, which is to achieve digital sustainability. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Anne. Thank you very much for highlighting all this. Thank you. Of course, a common methodology is clearly an important step when it comes to measuring, of course, the environmental impact and footprint of digital. And so is to have, of course, also a third party like ARCEP to ensure that the data collected is accurate. Beyond data collection and disclosure, how to reduce IT carbon footprint. This is the theme of our next session. To talk about the challenges and solutions for reducing the carbon footprint of the cloud, I am now joined by two experts behind me, and I'm going to take a seat and join you two. You are two experts from IGO, a consultancy firm specialized in measuring, investigating, and benchmarking responsible digital technology solutions. Welcome to both of you. Hello, Aurélie Gracia Victoria, you are CEO of IGO, and hello to you, Alain Marbach, you are chairman at IGO. So at IGO, you advise customers on how to reduce their IT carbon footprint. We are here to talk about this. So who are your customers and how does it work in your firm?
Hello everyone. Our customers are 75% CIO users and 25% tech companies. And what are their needs? They want to choose the right IT vendors to reduce their carbon footprint and to reduce their costs. So that's where we come in. We help our customers understand and compare the carbon footprints of IT vendors such as GAFAM, semiconductor manufacturers, telco providers, cloud providers.
Okay.
We need knowledge. You need knowledge. And so to find this knowledge, first, we love research. Berkeley, France, Fraunhofer, Korea. Second, we eat life cycle analysis of component and product. And we scroll through emission database, which is kind of cumbersome. But also, because we are passionate about tech, we will look at all the disclosure of the tech giant and understand what we can do out of it. Now we are part of a company, LA Group, which is also a leader in software asset management, so we are a tech company.
Okay, well, it's good to know that people are understanding where we're going and are trying to find solutions because, of course, the situation is critical. Alain, aren't we heading to a dead end when we talk about limited resources?
So it's a crazy pace, okay? And media are talking about doomsday scenario, and it's one part of the story, a serious part. Now, the other part of the story for IT is also important. Each new device will use less and less electricity and energy.
Okay.
There are now new devices that need less and less CO2 at manufacturing stage. And it will become possible for IT folks to balance, limit, even reduce the CO2 footprint of IT. So what is the call to action to all of us is we will use more IT, we will select the most CO2 efficient IT, and tech vendors will compete to offer us the best solution.
And that's not a small task. Aurélie, what gives you hope when you think of this crazy IT footprint, this growth? What gives you hope?
What gives me hope is that all vendors are moving very fast. That's impressive. For example, when you have a look at the publications of microchips manufacturers, they reduce their scope 1 and 2 emissions at the source when they are manufacturing the chip. Also, if you look at cloud and colocation providers today, they manage the carbon intensity of the electricity they use 24/7, and they give information to their customers about it. And finally, for example, if you look at telecom providers, they have carbon footprint reduction at the short term and also at long-term side to see how they can be better at their concerning their emissions. But the question is this enough? No, we also have to limit the use of the number of devices and the amount of hardware that we use, and that's where a model like OVH Cloud is very interesting.
Well, that's what I want to know. Very interesting model. You are clients of OVH, of course. I want to know why, and why did you decide to take this particular provider? Do they have a particular CO2 impact that was interesting for you?
Yeah.
Yes, OVH Cloud is the first cloud provider who recycles by design at component scale since the beginning of the company, which is very important when you say that you want to limit the use of different components. Because what is very important at OVH Cloud is that every component or part of component, for example, magnets in hard drives, can be useful elsewhere. So this is something which is really important in OVH Cloud's philosophy. And also we are very impressed by the spirit of transparency towards the carbon footprint to the customers.
You want to add anything, Michel?
Yes, of course. First, I chose the OVH Cloud a long time ago because of sovereignty. We want to protect our customers and our customers' data against non-EU law. So this is something very critical for us.
Okay.
But also now, I believe that OVH Cloud is number one among the cloud provider in circularity. It's number one in cooling. They provide the most transparent data set on CO2 emission. And to me, they will remain. There is no way. They will remain the most CO2 efficient cloud provider.
It's good to know. Thank you very much, Alain. Thank you very much, Aurélie. We can applaud them. Thank you very much for sharing your insights with us. Now to our next big topic, digital sovereignty and trust. Jingle. Thank you, band. Hello to both of you.
Hello.
So to talk about advancing digital sovereignty and trust, I'm joined by two partners of OVH Cloud. Yves Nicolas, Group Deputy CTO, Soprasteria.
Hello, Sandy.
Hello, good evening. And François Deruty, COO, Sequoia.io. Welcome to both of you. So here we have two different perspectives, if I may so. On the one hand, Soprasteria, a European tech leader, large group recognized for its consulting, digital services, and software development. And on the other side, we have Sequoia, a European scale-up that is reinventing cybersecurity through anticipation and automated cyber solutions. Am I correct? Everything good for now. First question to both of you. What motivated you to become partners with OVH Cloud?
Well, at Soprasteria, our business is to help our customers to design, deploy, and maintain their digital services. And for that, cloud services are essential. They are essential because they are flexible, they are scalable, they are feature-rich. But our customers, they need also to be secured. They need to have sovereignty. And at Soprasteria, for the last 2 years, we have been working with OVH Cloud on a complete set of services, an ecosystem of services around what we called the trusted digital platform. And this is what has motivated us to work with OVH Cloud, to be able to provide together to our customers the richness of the cloud in a secured environment.
Absolutely. Thank you, Yves. And you, François, what motivated you? to work with OVH Cloud?
So at Sequoia.io, we provide a platform for detection and response to cyber attacks. And so we have to ingest massively lots of events, lots of data on day-to-day to make real-time detection. And as you've said, our customers need scalable infrastructures, our technology needs scalable infrastructures, and OVH Cloud is providing us the perfect infrastructure to do that. And it's also a local partner with an active ecosystem, so we can discuss with a really technical side and have added value to our customers.
So we understand the picture, why you became partners with them. So Yves, at Sopra Steria, what challenges do you see in terms of digital trust for your clients?
When you look at digital trust, you have really two facets to look at. You have the application trust and you have the data trust. On the application, let me give you two examples. Our customers, they have business-critical applications. One typical example of that is SAP as a software. An SAP-based application, there are strong incentives to move these applications in the cloud. But if you want to do that, you want to keep all the characteristics of the business criticality. And that's typically what we have been able to work with OVH Cloud in providing this, this SAP environment in very high level of security requirements, like the Secnum Cloud environment, for example. That's the application trust. You have also the data trust. We had speeches before around the sustainability. We all know that the lowering the carbon footprint is a big business needs for everyone in the industry right now. The data that we need to measure on these ones, it comes from very sensitive sources. It can come from metering. It can come from even from invoices, lines in your supplier. This is sensitive data. And on some of our customers, we have been able to work with OVH Cloud, and customers are selecting us because we can guarantee this data security. So these are the two facets of digital trust.
François, I believe that of course talks to you with your clients. Maybe you have a case to share with us with the big banking clients. I guess that this is also a big challenge for your clients.
Yes, of course. So as you've said, so our customers want to move to the cloud, but they have they're cautious with security, of course, and they want to know how do we collect their data, where are the data, and this is where certification takes place. And as Yves mentioned, Secnum Cloud, so for those who are not familiar with Secnum Cloud, it's the strictest and the safest certification in the Europe at date for now. And so we have been able to deploy our technology inside the Secnum Cloud, private cloud, inside OVH infrastructure, to be sure that we guarantee for this banking client the security of the real-time detection, of the way we handle their data, the way we process it, and the way we give them a result, and we keep the security up to date.
Thank you. My last question is for you, Yves, at Sopra Steria. In June, you signed a partnership with OVH AI. We want to know more about this. What is that, AI?
Well, that's in right continuity with what we were saying about digital trust. AI is kind of fascinating because when you take out the fantasy about is AI going to replace humans in some way, you can go to very practical and concrete things that AI can do today and bring business value. I'm talking about image recognition. I'm talking about making prediction out of a time series. I'm talking about translating text and finding text. But if AI, there is a kind of paradox because you have a lot of proof of concept, but there are still a lot of systems in AI we do not make it to productions. And the reason for that is that you have some challenges in putting AI in productions. Some of them are technical challenges. A traditional computer system is deterministic. An AI system, it's more probability, so you cannot test it, verify, and certify the same way a traditional computer system. That's typically the kind of reasons why at Sopra Steria we have been part of a collective in the French industry under the France 2030 initiatives. This is called Confiance.ai, where we work on being able to test and certify AI to be able to put it in critical systems. So these are the technical challenges. But you have also some industrial challenges. In order to deploy AI at scale, you need some special methodologies. You need techniques like MLOps, which is the equivalent of DevOps to artificial intelligence. And that's typically what we are working with OVH Cloud in this partnership. Very exciting. The purpose purpose is together to enhance the services we provide to corporations on AI so that they can deploy AI at scale, still in a very secure, sovereign, and trustworthy environment.
Well, thank you very much, Yves. Thank you very much, François, for sharing all this experience of your partnership with the OVH Cloud. Please, a round of applause, please, for Yves and François. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We will dive more into the AI and next generation cloud in a moment with your founder and chairman of OVH Cloud, Octave Klaba. But first, a little musical break, please.
Life used to shine bright colors. We thought nothing brings us down. How could I live on now that you are gone forever? I miss you. I can't believe I won't see you smile, sparkles in your eyes. Never used to cry. Love was a right by your side. So know that I am not naive, but it feels unreal. Nothing really lasts forever. I know, but I get no relief from my empathy, and I keep deceiving myself. You come back, I am not naive, but it feels unreal. Everyone will leave one day, but what you now? Every part of me is thinking of what we could have had it all. There we have more time, but life used to have a meaning. No one else would make me laugh. Now a photograph of my other half is all that's left for me. I can't compete against angels. When they decided it was time, you were next in line. Hope you're in back line, wherever you are. But I am not naive, but it feels like it. Nothing really lasts forever. I go, but I get no relief from my incomplete, and I keep deceiving myself. You come back, I am not naive, but it feels unreal. Everyone will leave one day, but why so soon? Every part of me is thinking of what we could have had it all. Here we have more time, but
Hello. I'm so happy to be here today with you guys and talk about cloud. But just before, I have a small secret to tell you. Look at this place, Olympia. You know, I have been quite busy this last 20 years. I never made time to come here. And actually, it is my first time in Olympia. And for the first time on the Olympia, I'm on the stage, and I will play the guitar. It's so funny because this is exactly the way that we built OVH Cloud. Unconventional. Let's back to the business. Today I would like to talk about 4 topics. OVH Cloud 2025, operational sovereignty, new verticals, and new markets. OVH 2025. Last year, but becoming a public company, we raised 350 million euros. That will allow us to invest around 1 billion over 3 to 4 years. Where we will invest 3 things: new products, new countries, new segment of customers. New products, I would just focus on one thing. We want to open source all our software for public cloud. We are just developing this. There's a lot of things. We acquire a lot of startups, but we'll open source everything. So it will be available soon for free. Everybody will be able to download that and to use and contribute. New countries. Michel was just talking about the new data center around the world. If you ask me what would you like to have data center? Where is the new places by 2025? I would add Japan, South Korea, Switzerland, Italy, Spain, North of Europe, and more data centers in the US. New segment of customers, of course. Today we are working on digital, tech, corporate, public sector, defense, media, banking, and now we started to work on healthcare. I would just have more focus on that. So this is where we're going by 2025. This is the direction. Second topic, operational sovereignty. All the products that we are developing right now, of course we want to deliver for our customers in our data centers. As public cloud, as private cloud. But not only. We also want to deliver that at edge and on-prem, wherever customer wants. In fact, this is what we call operational sovereignty. This is the customer choice where the cloud has to be. And this is how we are building all our products. On top of this direction, we have some customers that say that, oh, great, operational sovereignty, I love that. I would like you manage all hardware and software for us in this specific data center, and we want to disconnect this data center from internet. Okay. We said, we can do that. We can create a software that we will be able to operate a disconnected data center for a customer with all full stack of software that will be open source. This is exactly what we want to put in our open source. So this is what we call operational sovereignty. This is where we are going. New vertical, healthcare. We are just building new teams, started to work on the new teams for healthcare with the expert of the sector to work on the new products for healthcare and adapt existing products with the new certifications, new regulation. But also, we want to connect this specific sector with our dedicated ecosystem of startups to help the transformation and help the growth. So this is where we're going on the healthcare. And let me finish on new markets, 3 of them. 5G, actually private 5G. You know, there will be more and more smart warehouses, airports, shipping ports, factories, that they will have more and more IoT and smart robots. To connect all that, Wi-Fi, it's not enough. Actually, private 5G fits perfectly this kind of the requirements. Low latency, lot of bandwidth, inexpensive, secured. We started to work on that and to make some POCs to see how it works and how we can deliver that in the operational sovereignty at edge, on-prem, wherever your customer wants. Space revolution. You know, inexpensive and small satellites change a lot of things in space area. Two markets. First market is telecommunication, and the second, observability of Earth. We are not doing the things in telecommunication, but in observation, we already host a lot of data, a lot of images of Earth. But you know, there will be more and more satellites. There will be more details in the images, more pixels. And the frequencies of the observation will be larger. That means that there will be more and more data in satellites. This is why we started to work on the new generation of ground stations to upgrade the connection between the satellites and our data centers. to allow our customers to upload, download, I don't know, upload more images for less money to our data center and to allow them to work on that. And the last one, quantum. It's really amazing thing, really cool. You know, last century, thanks to Einstein, was really accelerated by atom. There were so many innovations. Nuclear center, nuclear scanner. Our life changed. But this century will be accelerated by quantum. And we cannot even imagine how our life will change in the next years. To sum up, new products, new countries, new segment of customers, operational sovereignty, healthcare, private 5G, satellites, and quantum.
Very much, Octave. You said so much the last few minutes. I have a few questions for you. Do you mind?
Okay, perfect. Let's go.
So first, if I remember well, you talked about spending 1 billion on acquisitions and developing new products, only to make everything open source. Do you think that's a good idea?
Oh yes, it is a good idea.
It is a good idea, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
I will explain you why. You know, the American cloud providers and China ones, they are very powerful. But there's one thing that is even stronger than the most powerful company in the world. It's open source. This is why we are working so hard on this software on public cloud. And we want to open source that and create a community. That will include a lot of things. Compute, Kubernetes, fast, database, SQL, NoSQL, queue, storage, file, object storage, block storage, network, all the things that you can imagine about the layer 3, layer 3, VPN, load balancing, security, IAM, KMS, observability, and of course, AI and big data with training, inference, connectors, data viz, data warehouse. All the things that we are just working on that, we will open source. It will take a few months to work. There's a lot of work, but this is where we're going. What we are looking to create a standard on market. So everybody can download that and use in the data center. Because I realized that when I've been talking with some customers or competitors, I realized that everybody is just working on the same things. Just the same things, and it becomes the commodities. So our goal is really to say, okay, guys, let's focus on something that is more higher value, and just open source all the commodities for everybody. Okay. So everybody can download, contribute, and then maybe open source the things that they've developed and to create something that is stronger. And in fact, it's quite, you know, the vision of Giesz. We didn't waiting for Giesz that everybody agree about the things. We are just going there. And hopefully, we will need some time and a lot of work, but this is where we're going.
And it seems like a good idea. Another point I'd like to clarify, you also talked about disconnected data centers. I want to know disconnected how, because isn't the cloud by definition, I mean connected to internet?
Yeah, it's funny because...
So I don't get it.
It's really funny because it's, customer has very sensitive data, secret data. And of course, he's talk us about what if we have the bridges, what if we have the hackers, what if our data is stolen? We cannot, okay? We just cannot allow that. So we don't want any internet connection. So you can deploy your cloud, all the hardware, software, but you cannot manage that from external point of view. You have to be from internal point of view. So we said, okay, we will work on that. So that means that we rebuild all the foundations on our data centers for us and also to open source. You look, imagine a data center, 100 racks, everything switch off, you switch on, starts. You bring a NUC with UPS, USB hard disk, and then everything is deploying. Network hardware, first layer of the APIs, securities, and all the stacks of the product. This is what we want to deliver, and this is what we want to give also for this kind of customers. And actually, this open source way of thinking fits really well this kind of the specific customers because they know exactly what the software is. Look, it's there. You can download, you can read all the lines. It's the same that is running in your data center.
Is that something that you delivered today already?
We are working. We will open source the things that very soon, but there's a lot of change, transformation internally. Every data center has to be autonomous.
Okay.
So everything is running in the autonomous way. So a lot of work, but we will get there.
I'm sure you will. Another point, you said that you were developing new client segments, and you mentioned healthcare. Could you develop a little bit more about this matter?
Yeah, in healthcare, there is one good news and one bad news. The good news is that we hope that we will all live longer. Okay, it's good news. We will live longer. The bad news is that healthcare will cost more money because we live...
Keep us old and in shape.
Of course. So we need to reduce the cost of the healthcare. And the way to reduce that is to use data. Mm-hmm. Look, we can anticipate, predict the health issues in the DNA. We can use big data to develop new drugs and personal drugs. To avoid to go to hospital, we will have local clinics in the streets, small clinics. You go there, you make the diagnostics in the self-management room, and you will get the information about how you are. All that, this is what is coming. But there were serious questions about the data about that. Who owns data? Who can access the data? Who can extract the value from data? This is why we started to work on this market, because we are OVH, in OVH Cloud, we really care about the data. We really focus on the way to manage data for the customers. And we think that we have specific value in this healthcare market to deliver cloud, but with taking care about the data. So we started to work with startups, with the hospitals, clinics, and the big pharma, because they all three, they need cloud. And this is what we're trying to help them to innovate, to transform, but taking care about data in the better way with us.
Okay, and last but not least, and I'm sure it's on everybody's mind, quantum. What is quantum? Can you develop a bit more?
We are lucky today. We have, in fact, an interview with Alain Aspect that it's new prize Nobel in quantum physics. We have 3 startups that will talk about quantum, and Michel, after that, we will sum up a little bit. We'll talk more about quantum. Really, I love this specific topic.
Well, we will see you a little bit later to conclude with your guitar and the band.
And we will play a little bit guitar, of course.
A lot of guitar. We want to hear a lot of guitar. Are you excited? Yeah?
Yeah, it is really cool.
Okay, you can get ready. Thank you very much, Octave. See you a bit later. We're now going to talk more about quantum with Fanny Bouton, OVH Cloud Quantum Lead and Startup Program Leader. Under your applause, please. Thank you, band. Hello, Fanny. How are you?
Hello, Sandy. Hello, everyone. I'm really fine. Oh, it's so short time to talk about big things.
Absolutely. I heard that you had a big chance to interview the new Nobel Prize, right?
Yes, it was yesterday evening. He can't come today, and he apologized about that. A lot of people want to see him, but yes, we have a video of that.
We have a video. Okay, well, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Sandy. I think we can... the video.
Hello, Alain. Thank you very much. We are so delightful to have you with us to ECOX on stage. First of all, congratulations for your Nobel Prize in Physics. And you were with us in France Quantum in the Eiffel Tower in June, and you say to us that you are so impressed by the young people who use your experimentation to create new things, to create startups. And what is the feeling to see this evolution of your work?
Well, it's wonderful, you know. Well, they don't use only my work. They use a series of results of basic research, but including, of course, my work. And the interest of my work is to have put the emphasis on the interest of entanglement. And yes, I am delighted to see all these people using entanglement for something useful, or let's say for application, because when I did that, it was only an academic question. It was about interpretation of entanglement and a big debate between Niels Bohr and Albert Einstein. And I settled that debate, and you know, you are a young physicist, you settle a debate between Bohr and Einstein. It was more than enough for me to be happy. And then I switched to something else. And so I was very surprised a decade later when somebody, Arthur Eckert, came to me and told me, you know, Alain, he was a young student at that time, you know, Alain, with your entangled photons, one can do quantum cryptography. I said, what? What that? So, big surprise for me, and of course I am delighted.
Yeah, and it was the first one, but others comes. Is this why it's important to push and to fund experimentation and to continue to find new things that can help the ecosystem of industry?
Yes, of course, and there is another aspect of that. We train PhD people, and our experiments are really at the cutting edge of the technology. And so we train people who will be able, when they go to industry, to master these cutting edge technologies. Of course, the spirit is not the same. In a research lab, we have PhD people, expert people, and this is what allows us, with apparatus which are not so reliable, to make world advances, discoveries. But you have really to fully understand the technology. So when you go to industry and you have to transform that into something which is reliable, push button, so to speak, at least the people who have to develop this reliability, they know exactly what are the technologies, what are the pitfalls, what are the difficulties, because they experience them during their PhD.
Before, the researcher stay in labs. Now, sometimes they be a CEO of company, of startups. What and why there is this changement?
Well, I have seen the evolution in our country, in France. I have seen the evolution during my career. When I was a young researcher in the early 80s, it was still a big division. When you were an academic researcher, you would not go to dirt your hands by doing applications. And things began to change in the 80s. It seems to me that Laurent Fabius, who was Minister of the Industry and Research, contributed to convince us that even if we do basic research, if we have a chance to do something which is useful for the society, we should not miss that chance. And so from that time, it was a time when I started to have PhD students, and I always told them, look, if you have a good idea for application, it's wonderful, because after all, the society pays our salaries, so if we can do something for the society, we have to do it. And so, of course, now it's it's well admitted, but I think that there was this phase transition in the 80s.
You are yourself a founder and implicated in startups like Pascal or Quandela. Is it important to have startup about quantum?
Oh yes, of course, it's very important because we know that it's the only way to find if there is real big applications or not. We know that startup is a right system for doing that. Well, be careful. The reason why I'm a founder is I'm not a main founder. The point is that I had so many students and I encouraged them saying, oh, if you want to have a startup, it's good. When they want to make a startup, then come and see me and say, oh, you encourage us. Would you go with us in starting? I say yes. And you know, in general, saying, can you encourage us means, can you sign a check?
Investment, it's important.
Yes, but in fact, I'm delighted because I had no precise idea of how a startup works. And now, because I'm involved in Pascal, I'm involved in Quandela, so I can see in detail, and I must say that I'm impressed. I'm impressed by the rate at which things evolve.
You have sent a lot of message to young people and students since you have your Nobel Prize in the media. Do you have also message for the industry of cloud and industry tech ecosystem?
Well, I think that the industry already knows that they need to hire high-level people who have PhDs, people who have been confronted to cutting-edge research. You know, like 20 or 30 years ago in France, industry had the feeling that if you have a well-trained engineer, it's enough. Of course, you need well-trained engineers, but you also need people who, again, have known what it is to be at the limit of knowledge and try and fail, because when we do a PhD, it's all the time you try, you fail, you try, you fail, and sometimes it works. And so having this experience is very important if you want to develop, I think, new ideas, and also if you want to be able to speak to the researcher in their labs. So personally, I think that the model where there is a strong interaction, a strong speaking between academic researchers and industry is the best model.
Thank you very much, Alain, for your time, and congrats again, and hope to see you really soon again.
Thank you, and I hope you have a very fruitful meeting.
And now I'm really pleased to welcome 3 startups who are working on 3 different types of quantum computers. Vinet, quantum hardware program manager from CIA Leti, and also a co-founder of a new startup about silicon qubit. Valérian Giesz, co-founder of Quandela. You work on the photonic quantum computers. And Christophe Legrand, Senior VP Global Business Development from Pascal, specialist on neutral atoms quantum computer. A lot of quantum computers. First, tell us about the quantum ecosystem. Why it's important to federate and to how we can do this ecosystem.
Well, if we're here tonight, it's because we all believe that ecosystem is a very strong asset to adopt new technologies. And especially in quantum computing, it's important to have people ranging from research, from fundamental research, all the way to industry and startups and established industrial players and customers for identifying use cases. And we've got the chance to belong to OVH and ecosystem, and OVH is really a leading player in fostering the French ecosystem by taking part to 2 very structuring events, the France Quantum and le Lab Quantique.
Valérian.
Yeah, as a co-founder of Quandela, now I believe that I'm convinced that we don't have any industry without an ecosystem. It's fundamental. And also because we clearly see now that at the international level, German ecosystem, American ecosystem go very fast to go to the, for the benchmarking, for the metrics and standards. And here we need to federate all the French ecosystem, and we need to be active at the international scale. And this is why we also believe that it's very important that startups, industry researchers, and cloud providers go together to Europe and to international institutions.
And Christophe?
Yeah, at Pascal, we are thinking about the ecosystem globally. So we have the chance to have customers worldwide today. We have different offices like worldwide. Just because we think that the ecosystem, and today we have the chance to start with OVH as a hoster, but we need to build software, the hardware, and all these ecosystems that should work on it. So, I mean, this is a huge concern, but we are dealing with.
Okay. We hear a lot of concern about risk security in the media, but in fact, quantum computer, it's not just this, it's more than that. Can you explain why and how? Christophe?
Again, we see the quantum computing as a chance to complete what we know already on HPC world. Meaning that we can work on a lot of things, but we think that optimization, simulation, and machine learning, but based on quantum, should be the most relevant market and way where we need to invest.
Valérian?
I also think that, as you said, every industry will be revolutionized by quantum, but how we'll get access to the quantum, I believe, I'm still convinced that it's going to be through the cloud access, because now industrial players, they cannot afford to buy the machines that are on the market because they evolve very fast and they need to learn about the different machines. You see there's different technologies. And this is why the cloud has an important role to play here, because we need to create an ecosystem for users, developers, IT people. We need to have applications, and how to develop these applications, it needs to be through the cloud, because the investment needed will be diluted between all the different users and participants.
Maud?
And maybe to go to precise examples, whether you belong to pharmaceuticals, chemistry, or transportation, you can be impacted by quantum computing. And to be really now talk about something that we are all hearing about currently. This is the energy industry, and the energy industry has identified a lot of use cases where it can benefit from quantum computing. We sadly know that energy cannot easily be stored, and quantum computing can provide actual ways to optimize energy distribution. It can help prevent major breakdown of nuclear plants, and so on. And I would conclude by all the industry that is computation demanding can benefit from quantum computing.
Last question. If quantum machines are not reserved for the long term, it's not for now actually. Why start now to go on quantum computing? Christophe?
First of all, I mean, the learning curve is really long. We estimate it at least 2 years. We are really lucky because, I mean, at Pascal, we have already a machine, so we can test it. You can play with it and develop algorithm or already application. So. Yeah, this is a completely changed mindset. So that's why we think that you need, as corporate, as academic researcher, you need to start now.
Maud?
Maybe one point. There is no question that France has a very well-established scientific ecosystem, and we saw the Nobel Prize Alain is the living proof of that. But it takes a long way to turn it into a technological leadership. And that's where we benefit from our dynamic and strong ecosystem. And we believe that together we've got such a good cooperation that we can now think of leading the worldwide race and be on par with the US and Asia regarding computation.
Valérian, sorry.
And what I would like to mention, it's in Quandela we're also ready to provide our first quantum computers for students. As Maud said, we have a large pool of scientists at the better level in the world, but basically we also have a large pool of potential developers in quantum computing. And I'm convinced here again that France has a major role to play at the international level. And this is also why in Quandela we are signing a lot of partnership with schools, so engineering schools, and programming schools, EPITA and others, in order to open the access to our machines, so via cloud again, but it's a free access to our machines, to our simulators, such as people can test, can develop new algorithms and see how it works, because in Quandela, we believe that the future of quantum computing is in the pool of students that is now in the school, and they need to learn, they need to understand what is a quantum computer.
And you have a hackathon this week.
This week we have an hackathon going in Giesz and will be closed tomorrow.
Okay. To conclude, what will be your final thoughts, call to action? Christophe?
Let's subscribe. We have a quantum discovery program already available, so it's easy to start with Pascal. This program includes training, open source libraries, simulation for your toy models. So let's start. I mean, we are waiting for you guys.
Maud?
And I would say that no matter where you stand in the value chain, quantum can have an impact maybe on your business, and it's time to check, and it's time to get involved and see what are the benefits that you can get out of quantum. And same, follow us in the press, and I invite you to the launching event at the end of this month.
Valérian?
And so in Quandela, we have now 3 computers available in the cloud with a free access. So you can connect using our website, cloud.quandela.com, register, and you will get an access to the simulators and to the processors. As we said, this week we have a hackathon, so everything is ready to learn. It's not impressive machines in the sense that we don't have any quantum advantage, but it's here to prepare the future.
Thank you very much, Christophe, Maud, Valérian.
Thank you.
You are 3 among many other startups working on quantum and other innovative technology with us, and we continue a lot of things for the next months and years. So my final call to action, if you are interested to know more about quantum, if you want to contact these startups, you can send me an email. You have my address now, fanny.bouton@ovhcloud.com. And thank you very much again.
Thank you very much, Fanny, and thank you for all of you for being with us and for shedding light on this relevant topic, of course. And don't hesitate to reach out with this email to Fanny if you want to know more and if you need more information. Well, guys, it's now time to conclude. I'm calling Octave and Michel back on stage. I love that band. So, thank you for joining me for the words of conclusion. So, we're almost coming to the end. I want to know what's on your mind.
Yeah, I wanted to just sum up on the small highlight on the quantum. You know, quantum, it's coming. We don't have today yet quantum computer, but it will be in the next years. Now, if you think about your business, you need a little time to know how to use quantum computer. That means that the day that the quantum computer is available, it's not the right moment to start investing and start using that. You will not be able to use that in the day one. You need 2, 3, 4, 5 years to start to know how to use this computer. And the good news is that today you can use a simulator. And there's a lot of startups. You had some examples here that they released simulators of their quantum computer. So we can start using today and start hiring people, making assessment of your business, starting to how to use that, and then when it will be available, you will not be late. Think about your competitors that will do today and how you will live that in 5 years.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Michel? What's on your mind as we close this 2022 edition?
It's always difficult to go after Octave. He's talking about quantum, so it's tough. So I will be a little bit more back to what I'm good at, which means that today, in this uncertain context and world, we believe we have the best solution for you. Yes. Sustainable, sovereign. We also have everything to help you to have all the advantage of innovations, and but something which is in this period very, very important. In the inflation, less expensive. And we believe today that the cloud should be accessible to everyone. Anyway, I will take that in conclusion that we are very committed to continue to provide these solutions, and because we want you to grow, and because your success is our success.
Michel, if we look at the future, what is coming next?
I would like to use this opportunity to announce the OVH Cloud Tech Convention, the very tech trip. Very tech trip. It will be the Feb 2nd of 2023. It will be dedicated to our tech communities, sysadmin, developers, all the people who are doing data scientists, and we will have a lot of, anything, Octave.
Everything about tech. I will be there, Michel will be there, also the tech guys from OVH will be there. We'll talk about everything that we are developing, but also we are looking for the feedbacks. You know, we've been talking about our vision, about the products that we have just delivered this year, what we want to deliver in the next years, and we need the feedback, your feedback, because we are building all that for you. And if we are not going in the right direction, it's time to tell us, hey, guys, okay, I need this, okay, come and talk. This is really important for us, and I think it will be important also for you to have the right products.
Thank you for sharing this vision of the future. If we wrap up beyond business, I'm curious to know, Michel, when you met Octave for the first time, did you ever imagine that you would talk to your customers in this mythical concert hall?
No.
No.
No, honestly, no. But I know now, Octave. I know him. Next time, it will be on the moon.
On the moon! Oh, wow, that's a big step. But let's shoot for the moon then. Octave, how did you actually decide to come here at l'Olympia?
I didn't decide.
Oh, you didn't decide?
No, I didn't decide. The team wanted to create the event. And I said, okay, but let's play some music also. So let's mix something that is emotional, music, with something that is really mental. Of what we are doing, it's really focused on the mind about what we are doing, and mixing all together is something really fun. This is what I wanted to create, something that we mix all two worlds together. I hope you enjoyed the small songs. It was from my album. It's easier for the rights, you know, Twitter and etc. to have the so it's for free, okay. So
Well, we know your talent is, of course, to perform on stage. Do you have any hidden talents, Michel, that you could share with us?
Oh my God. Yes, I'm a magician.
Sorry, what?
I'm a magician.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can I have a trick?
When I start to sing, it rains.
Well, that's a magical trick, definitely. Well, you're going to get ready in a few minutes. Are you excited?
Yeah. We'll honestly, we'll play 4 songs, okay, from the album that I didn't release yet. Soon, we need to record again.
Stay tuned.
Perfect.
Soon to come.
And so we will play 4 songs, and just on the last song, it's Freedom for It's Waiting. I don't know if you remember, it was 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I played this song on the guitar on the summit, and it was beta version. Okay, so today we will deliver final version. Hopefully you will enjoy this final version, this last song. Okay, send the feedbacks, of course, and I hope you will enjoy this small show.
Yeah, we will. I'm sure we'll be there to support. Maybe a few last thank yous from you, Michel.
Yeah, I would like really to thank all of you for coming. It was great, and also joining us online. It was great. I want also to thank our sponsors, Soprasteria, VMware, AMD, NetApp, Samsung. Really, thank you for them, and thank you for the collaboration we have with them.
Thank you very much to both of you for being on stage. Please, Octave and Michel, your founder and CEO. Thank you, Michel.
Thank you.
Octave, if you want to get ready with your band. So Octave has promised us a musical show. I'd like to thank you all again for joining. And if you enjoyed the discussions, take them further through the social network. And I'm sure and I hope that you have been sharing everything happening on stage, all our inspirational spokesperson, the band playing, all their very important topics that we were talking about, and I hope that you shared them with #EcoX22. You can still do it. I see that you're taking out your phone, so of course also what you're going to be hearing, don't hesitate to film and put on social network. Finally, let me give you a short teaser of what you're going to hear. Music has been part of the entire show, and it will actually crown this EcoX show. The band has been so brilliantly accompanying us throughout the evening is Octave's group, and they play music together all along the year, and more members of the band will be joining. Lots of surprises to come. I heard them during rehearsal, and it's gonna rock, and it's gonna be the perfect way to end this show. They will play, as Octave said, 4 compositions by Octave himself, part of his project Music for Freedom. Of course, you heard the slammer before at the beginning. He was talking about music for freedom, and that is definitely an important topic for OVH. And because music is also a way to create a link among people, to federate also a community, to express emotion, and to imagine the world of tomorrow. Is the band ready? Are you ready? Octave is still making noise. Are you ready? You feel ready? You'll never be ready. We have to go. Put your hands together, please. And see you just after this. Enjoy the show. Woo!
Ready for the ride of your life. Ready for the ride of your life. Turn the page, bless your soul. Full speed, don't let go. Status quo. We don't care about that thing left uncontrolled, but behind this life is moving us close and fold up and down. We can't stop us. We don't care about that thing moving forward.
musiciens, s'il vous plaît. Merci.
baby mine. Close your eyes, rest your head on my heart. Let your dreams fly away, baby mine. Close your eyes, rest your head on my heart. All the colors of the rainbow when the sky is finished crying. Oh, my sweet little mind, you will discover the fantastic feeling of water in your skin, so pure. Oh, my sweet little mind. Life goes on and on through the magical mystery of life. Moments, they are so precious. Open your heart, you will figure out. Life goes on and on through the magical mystery of life. Source of inspiration. Open your heart, you will figure out. You will be broken when you see your first love betray your heart. Make your pain and go away. You will be broken when you see what we have done to the earth. Nature beats like never before. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, for your secret dreams and hide your talent. Find out what your calling is. Liberate your desire. Gravitate towards liberty. Go on, get up, you're like no one else. Oh, don't follow your inner voice. Spread your wings. No one can touch you. Fly. No fear of falling. Keep your faith. Never stop trying. I always believe in you. We all have moments, questioning ourselves silently, but you are worth it. Now dance you with a victory. Live out your inner fire now. Never fear your divinity. Don't stop, don't quit, don't live by your doubt. You're on the path to your destiny. Spread your wings. No one can touch you. Fly. No fear of falling. Keep your faith. Never stop trying. I always believe in you. Freedom is waiting. Hold your head high, live your dreams. Oh, you've been craving is closer than it seems. Freedom is waiting. Hold your head high and live your dreams. Oh, you've been craving is closer than it seems. Freedom is waiting. Hold your head high and live your dreams. Oh, you've been craving is closer than it seems. On a besoin de vous là. Freedom is waiting. Hold your head high and live your dreams. Oh, you've been craving is closer than it seems. Freedom is waiting. Hold your head high and live your dreams. Oh, you've been craving is closer than it seems. Oh, you need to be free. Oh, you need freedom. Freedom.
Merci. La